My name is Allison Barlas, and I am in the Literacy Education Program at WVU, and it's all online, and it is for my master's degree. I got my undergraduate degree from West Liberty University, which is in Wheeling, West Virginia, and that's about an hour from Morgantown. So I've been familiar with WVU my whole life, and I've had family members go there and whatnot. So my mom actually got the same exact master's degree that I'm going for, and actually worked under the same person that I'm working under. So I knew WVU offered a literacy education program, but I just hadn't realized that they went from the kind of hybrid format and like evening classes format that they used to have to an all online program. So I looked through WVU's information, and then once I realized it was all online, that was kind of what sold me. So usually, last year was my first year being a teacher and being in graduate school. And I would come to work all day, and then I'd go home in the evenings and do my coursework. There'd be readings I'd have to do, discussion boards. I'd have to do class blogs, voice threads, kind of make a video of myself and present one chapter of a book while my classmates would present another chapter, and so on. It's going to take, I will finish it in about 2 years. So I've kind of also had the same people in my classes, which is nice because even though we're all online and we've never met in person, we're able to still build relationships with each other and with the professors. Since I went to a whole different school than WVU, where I went, they used Sakai instead of how WVU, I think it's Blackboard eCampus. So I had to learn all that, but that was something that was kind of tedious, just sitting down and figuring out like what VoiceThread was, where the assignments were at, the journal, all those types of things. And then what I would say would be like my biggest challenge, like I said, was just being able to be on camera and listening to myself on a chat or something. But overcoming that, I guess it would just be having to do it. The enjoyable thing is when I'm working with a struggling reader and they they get excited about reading, or they read a word that they haven't been able to read, or a book they haven't been able to read. So just in general, when my students get excited about reading in general, I don't care what it is they're reading as long as it's age appropriate, but just when students get excited about reading, that's my favorite and most enjoyable thing. Advice I'd give is if your syllabus is posted before the classes start, always look at it first. And then I would say just time management. If you have a planner and you're taking multiple classes at once, kind of decide during the week, before the week starts, what assignment you're going to work on Monday, what assignment you're going to work on Tuesday, and so on. So just time management, and I would say just make it balanced between if you work, your classes, and then your social life. Like I said, just organize when you're going to do stuff if you have more than one class, but it's very easy to balance with the help of eCampus because that calendar pops up and reminds you of things. So.